Their friendship was a beautiful thing. And the sixth member of the close-knit group was Darrell Clarkson. Taller than the others, with dark brown hair and deep brown eyes, he was the sensible one. He stopped them dying from ingestion of assorted berries and fruits by simply taking out his iPhone. They were all envious of the acquisition of this, even though it was merely a cast-off from an upgrade via his dad. He would Google the berry and tell them yay or nay as to its poisonous qualities. Darrell Clarkson was probably the most important member of the gang of six. He kept them alive. The woods were bursting at the seams with creatures. Squirrels, hedgehogs, tiny mice, badgers, a fox family. They'd all been seen at one time or another by the children. The den had been converted into a veterinary hospital a couple of times when they had spotted some injured animals. It had taken them 3 long weeks to build the den, constructed after school during May, so that it was ready for them when summer fully arrived and school closed for the 6-week holiday. They had worked carefully, always aware that the woods were situated next to a massive police station. They didn't want to be moved along because they knew that their parents wouldn't allow them to wander any further from home than the current site. The less their parents knew, the better. Likewise the police. The den was cosy inside. They had made seating for all 6 of them and had used a triangular shape formed by 3 thick trees to construct the erection of twigs and thicker branches. Nothing showed on the outside to give any casual onlooker the impression that it was something man-made, children-made. But inside, it sported seats around the edge, covered by a couple of throws, purloined from the Brownlows and the Clarksons' homes. Tucked underneath the seats were small bottles of water, bought from a nearby Asda and paid for by Darrell. He was the only one who received any sort of pocket money. From the outside, it blended in perfectly with its surroundings. They had built in 2 small windows. They did not want anyone creeping up on them, so the viewing holes were at eye level when they were sitting down. One day, they had seen Sammy's older brother Joe in the woods with a girl from his school. He had been holding her hand, and they had seen him kiss her not 6 feet away from the den. They had remained silent. Sammy and Darrell being on lookout duty, the rest had waited for a signal from them before daring to speak. Eventually, Sammy did. "Bloody hell, that was our Joe with Kelly Marsden, and he kissed her." They all giggled nervously, and then Freya spoke. "It shows our den's pretty good. They didn't even know it was here." Everyone nodded in unison. Crisis averted, their hideaway had passed the test. One day in June there had been an accident. They had decided to play hide-and-seek, and Ella had fallen headlong over a thick tree root. Wearing only shorts and a t-shirt, no protection for the skin on her legs, the resultant gash on her knee was truly spectacular. They helped her back to the den, and Darrell, the patient-caring one, used some of the water and a leaf to clean her wound. "Will you be able to walk okay?" he asked a tearful Ella. She nodded. "Just give me some of that water. I'll be okay. It hurts." They cancelled the rest of the day's activities and helped Ella home. Her mum was in the back garden and looked shocked when she saw the cut. "How did you do it?" "I fell over." "Let's get you inside and put a plaster on it. It needs cleaning first." Ella turned and smiled at the 5 members ranged around her. They smiled back and turned to leave. They knew Ella's day was over, but they also knew she would be back again the following day. The next day, Darrell arrived with a first aid kit. Nobody questioned how he had got it. The supplier had struck again. The summer of 2016 was a warm one, and once school had ended, the gang of 6 met every day in the woods. They had added supplies to the den, sparkling water instead of the ordinary stuff, because it quenched their thirst better, even if it tasted a bit iffy. Biscuits that they kept in a plastic box, and some Haribo sweets because they loved them. Everything was protected from attack by animals by keeping it all in plastics of various kinds, and the days passed with nobody querying where they had been. Tuesday, 26th of July, was overcast. It was still warm, and Darrell was the last to arrive. "Mum said I should stay home because it was looking like rain." He sounded shocked. "Stay home? Is she daft?" He grinned at the others. "Bet you thought I'd knock, didn't you?"